If I said I thought that Britain was actually going through a revolution right now, would you think I was over-egging the pudding? I don't think I am. I'm Grannyopteryx. So I'll tell you what happened yesterday in Parliament. First of all, the Scottish National Party had a day when it could put forward a motion. So what motion did it put forward? To better the people of Scotland, to make laws more favourable to the Scottish people, to alleviate Scottish problems. Well, this was the motion. It called for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and Israel, and accused Israel of attacking what is now the largest refugee camp in the world. It isn't actually, but yeah. All right, the Labour Party made an amendment to that, which actually was a change in the Labour Party's position on the matter, and it said it wanted an immediate humanitarian ceasefire and an immediate stop to the fighting. But it balanced that out by stipulating that a truce must be conditional on Hamas laying down its weapons and returning the hostages. So that's slightly weaker than the SNP one. The Conservatives made their amendment, and they said it supported moves towards a permanent, sustainable ceasefire, but made clear it could only happen once Hamas was removed from power. So that was the procedure. Now, let me explain. There's an opposition day. SNP gets something like 3 or 4 days when they can put forward motions first off into Parliament, and these motions can be amended and dealt with. When there is a decision to be made, the practice has been that the ruling party gets its amendments put in. And what happened yesterday in Parliament was that Sir Lindsay Hoyle, the Speaker of Parliament, allowed the Labour Party's amendments to stand over the Conservative ones. And he said that he did that for the safety of the Labour MPs. But why was he worried about the safety of the MPs? Well, I'm going to play you a couple of videos of what was going on outside the Houses of Parliament and outside Labour Party headquarters. Well, when Hoyle broke with tradition and took the Labour stand on this, the Conservatives and the SNP walked out. So the motion was passed with the Labour amendments, but without a proper democratic vote, because the Conservatives and the SNP, the proposers of the motion, had actually left the building, or at least the room. So what was also unprecedented here was that just before he made this decision, Hoyle was visited by Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, which is again a break with tradition. Neither of the other two heads of party visited Hoyle, because he's supposed to be neutral on it, but Starmer turned up and must have put some pressure on Hoyle. So although Hoyle is now falling on his sword for making this decision, as he says down here, I was very concerned. I am still concerned, and that's why the meetings I've had today were about the security of members, their families, and the people that are involved. So he was worried about allowing the Conservative amendment to stand because it might cause a dangerous situation for security of members, their families, and the people that are involved. And I'm quite sure that had something to do with Keir Starmer, because it's the Labour members of Parliament who are working in, a lot of them, working in constituencies with a very high number of Muslim constituents, especially Pakistani Muslim. So what he's saying here is, I was very concerned about the safety of the members of Parliament, so I let the Labour amendment stand so that the Labour members in the Muslim heavy constituencies would not be attacked. This is not democracy. Our government is being warped by the mob outside. I'm interrupting to remind you to click like and to subscribe and share. Also, I'm constantly being told that YouTube removes subscriptions without the subscriber realizing it, so please click the notification bell and check that you really are still subscribed. All the links to my other channels are in the description, including links to donation sites. I'm always grateful for donations, but simply clicking like is the best thing you can do for this video and my channel generally. Thank you. Hoyle is incompetent for allowing himself to be swayed in this way, but Starmer is most to be blamed for pleading his cause with Hoyle. He must have said, look,
Rachel, please tell us how
if you don't let our amendment
really
stand,
Rachel.
our
We need to
MPs are going to be in
We
real
need to know
trouble
what's going
from
on.
their
How do you feel?
constituents.
Why did you not vote?
He's a
for
coward.
ceasefire?
Well, I'll put a
Rachel, where are you
photo
going?
of Starmer during BLM time. And I confidently expect the next time we see him kneeling, it will be on both knees with his head on the carpet. Right, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.